time you say you love me, there's something about your eyes. I gotta feel it, I don't mean it.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the PFL YouTube channel for the semi-final and final of the PFL Esports Cup. So excited to be here with you. Cannot wait to get things underway. And I am, of course, joined by a man who I hold in very high regard indeed. He has been casting so apologies, I did just make that transition. We are back, and it is, of course, Ped. How are you this evening?
doing the final as well, Rhino. We're covering all the action tonight. So, yeah, everybody strap in. Get ready for the show because we've got a lot of gameplay coming your way.
We certainly have. I do have to apologize. We did have a slight technical issue there with Ped's microphone. That is completely on me, but we did get it working at the end. And the last thing we heard you say, Ped, was strap in for tonight's action. And I think that is pretty good advice because we have, well, unfortunately, we only have one semi-final that we will be watching tonight. It will be Attitude versus Vuvuzela because, honestly, unfortunately, we have had a forfeit. Do you want to talk a little bit about that for us?
Yeah, again, one of the big problems with pro clubs and having to rely on 11 players is that sometimes all 11 players might not be there. And unfortunately, tonight's one of those nights for, I believe, let me just check. One of the teams here tonight will not have all 11 players. That will be Capital Stars. They only have 7 players and they can't get anybody else there. So that will be a default win given the other way. And unfortunately for them, they're not going to be able to get their game. They're not going to be able to get their game played, and that's the big shame in forfeits. And the big problem, obviously, with relying on 11 people is sometimes if they're not going to be there, then it's not great. But Esports will get the progression straight through to the finals. They won't have to play their semi, and they will face the winner of the game. We'll be covering between Attitude and Vuvuzela. Vuvuzela.
We're going to get
there now. Going to get there eventually. You know, you don't usually tend to have a Vuvu, but there you go. A Vuvu and then a Z. Yeah, that's definitely going to hurt the Scouse accent. But we're going to get there in the end. We're going to get there in the end. Hopefully I don't have to talk about them too much. So hopefully Attitude can take over the show. That way I don't need to pronounce the name.
We saw Attitude put together quite the performance last week. And speaking of last week, let's take a look at those key dates for the PFL Esports Cup as we start to wrap things up here. We started all the way back at the end of June with the home and the away group stage games. They took place over 2 days. Every group stage game, remember, was 2 legs. And we cut the field down from 32 to 16. Then last weekend, we were here removing even more teams. Round of 16 last Saturday, quarter-final Sunday. And we now find ourselves with our remaining 4 teams, which realistically, unfortunately, Ped, is of course only 3 teams, with Capital Stars not being able to field a team here for their semi-final, which now means we are left with this game, which we can bring you right now, the bracket, if I can find the right thing to hide, and I believe I can. There we go. And there is the bracket right in front of you there. That is how we got here, Ped. It's a long journey, but we're finally here on our final day.
Yeah, and I think we've got some of the best in the tournament here. They're here for a reason. And today's the day they compete for the trophy and obviously the higher prize as well. And it'll be interesting, It'll be really interesting to see these players have been working for a long time to get to this point. Obviously, they have other opportunities as well in a league format. This is obviously just the Esports Cup. There's plenty more at the PFL, so if you haven't already, give it a check if you want to get involved with any of the action. But these players are putting the work, they put in the hours, and they put in the practice. And, it's a different kind of esport to what you usually see in the fact that there's 11 people on the pitch. And I'll keep re-emphasizing this. All 11 people need to be on the same wavelength, on the same page, in order to get this team's success to the maximum. And I think, especially with Attitude last week, I've not been able to see Vuvu play before or ACK Esports. And especially with Attitude, they had everybody on the same wavelength, from centre-back through to striker, everybody, even the goalkeeper, absolutely phenomenal saves. Everybody was playing for the same reason. Everybody was playing for the same thing. And that's exactly what it's going to rely upon in this tournament, is all the 11 players having that sense of unity, having that sense of a team. And I just hope that Vuvuzela is done the homework to make this a close match. I don't want to see another 8-1 aggregate score.
I am sure we won't, but you keep talking about teams, you keep talking about 11 players on the pitch, so let's see which 11 players are going to be taken to the field for each of these teams. Attitude first then, playing a 3-5-2. It's going to be Masley in goal, Drop, Advance, and Aries as those centre-backs. Then you have 2 DMs sitting, Fabinho and Veratsky. Over on the right, it's Greggs. Over on the left side, it's Sovo, and through the middle as that cam is Runnel. and left striker being Sims, and right striker is Brent Weirink. And Ped, I know you're quite a big fan of Runnels' gameplay.
Yeah, last week he was commanding the attack in midfield and essentially just winning the ball back in some very, very dangerous situations, creating chances just from winning that ball back, from making those tackles, intercepting the play high upfield. It was very, very rare actually that Attitude had to sit back and defend. Probably 70% of the game was spent in the opponent's half, and in the offensive quarter really. And Rhino was a massive, massive influencer of that. But also, another name on that sheet that just rings at me is also Sims, and just his work. Yeah. I think he scored 4 or 5 goals because he was just there, always available to take the ball, to create something, to bend in, finding the top corners every single time, and obviously hitting the green time shots. Really, really important in a game like FIFA. Yeah. To make sure they're best of the quality. So, yeah, Attitude have a ridiculous squad. I mean, even Masley, you can't name a bad thing about any of the 11 players there at the moment.
No, you can't. And the teams are just about to get into the game. So let me run down Vuvuzela's squad real quick. A 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Armadinho in goal. Right to left back will be Ahmoud, Saif, Ehab, Veto, and Maged, or Maged. Then you've got a centre defensive midfielder of Adam Pro. Right centre mid of Asa. Left centre mid of Abdo. Cam Azilcox. Right striker Alakon. And left striker Godax. Both teams with 2 strikers. Could be a decision maker, but we are officially going to get into this game. Attitude versus Vuvuzela. Leg number 1 of 2. Let's get it on.
Here we go. The game's kicked off. Let's see who we will have. It looks like we have Attitude playing in the white and blue stripe. I can't see the blue in it though. It looks more white to me. And in the dark blue kit, we will have Vuvuzela. But it's going to be an interesting game. I think last time we seen in the first minute, actually, it was Attitude who scored in game 1. They're going to look to do the same here, it seems, as they've already broken up the play, and they're looking to go on the attack. Veratsky going to be intercepted, and a chance now for Vuvuzela to attack.
I like you taking your time with pronouncing the name. I appreciate it. It's Armadinho who's going to pick this one up. It's into Adam over to this right-hand side. Asa10 sees a man down the line, and it will be Mahmoud to try and find a pass in field, you would think. He's going to go a bit further. He's going to go back to Z-Cox, and now it will be Asa10 back again to Z-Cox, and they're just trying to get some space, trying to find a way through this stout Attitude defense. Mage sees a man on the edge. Asa10, that's going to be on target, easily saved by Masley, and possession will go right back to Attitude.
And the attack begins with Sims. It's going to be taken off him just as quick, though, by Saif. Good job in defense. Adam will play it to Z-Cox in the center. They're going to look to break away now here, Vuzu. It's going to be headed away just temporarily. It's going to be won back again. Good possession plays here by Vuvuzela. Adam Pro's going to play it across here. Here's Asa. He'll flick it over the top. Will it get a header? No, it won't. Won back again by Attitude, but can they keep hold of it? They can't. Dominance at the moment being shown by Vuvuzela.
Yeah, it certainly is. And now they're going to try and move forwards once again. It's Maged on this left-hand side. He is proving to be a massive problem for this Attitude right flank. Abdo, a little bit of skill moves, trying to fake out the defense, trying to get them moving. Oh, that's not a great pass, though. It's going to be JDS inside to Fabinho, and they will reset, advance into Feratsky, into Ares, and once again, they're just trying to bring Vuvuzela out of position. Fabinho in an awkward position, but he will find Greg. Greg's on that right-hand side, my apologies, is all going wrong for me. Drop back to advance, finding a pass into Veratsky, and just here, Pez, this is Attitude trying to take possession and trying to find a gap in the defense of Vuvuzela.
Yeah, they all live in life on a fine line, though, and that's exactly why I was waiting for it to happen. I was waiting for that missed pass to happen. Fortunately, they get away with it this time, it seems. Oh, that should be a foul. Yeah, there's a free kick. I was going to say, I was just waiting for that pass to go wrong. They were playing it around the back. They were playing it with the centre-backs, the keeper. Everybody was getting involved, but I just knew at some point the pressure from this Vuvuzela team, it's going to cause damage. And eventually it did. They didn't concede from it, but that is why they can't keep passing it the way they are, especially in this situation. And again, Vuvuzela, they are putting the pressure on. They are playing very, very high up the field. It's going to be a breakaway. That's a fantastic ball. One man in the middle, it gets played to him. BZB, shot pass, who knows? Either way, it falls to the centre-back, and that'll be claimed back. Oh, it's given away. Rhino, he has a chance with Sims. Sims breaks through, blocked off. 4 players on one here from the side of Vuvuzela. They don't want to take any chances. They put 4 players around him. He must be a sharpshooter.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy because they definitely marked that man out of the position. But Vuvuzela will pick the ball up again, and now they're going to try and do the same thing Attitude were doing a moment ago. Does find a man on the left flank. It's Abdo, who fakes going backwards, instead goes down the line. It's going to be picked up by Maged, but Drop will keep the ball. Harried there, but able to get out of that tight corner. And now it's Rhino, as you mentioned, who had a really good performance in the quarterfinals last week. Hasn't quite found that yet, but there's only been 27 minutes of in-game play. So plenty of time for him to come online. Veratsky finding Sovo, now finding Runel, who makes that first time pass into Sims. Now looking inside, it's going to be Sovo who can't find that pass, and Alakon will bring this one back for Vuvuzela.
It's going to be an attack beginning. Mahmoud there, playing it down the right-hand side to Asa. He's got time on the ball here. Will he look to pass? He looked for a cross to the back post. It's going to be... I don't know what happened there. Did he pass it? Did he not shoot it? It looked like it came off a Vuvuzela player, but it didn't go towards the net. And again, another chance strikes by for Vuvuzela. They're going to be kicking themselves, Rhino. They've had a couple of chances now to go ahead here, and it might cost them.
Yeah, they have, but if Attitude keep making these kinds of mistakes, they are going to be living on quite a few chances. It's inside now. It's Alakon who has a chance. It's
what a save.
A good penalty. There's been a penalty given. I didn't see the initial attack, but there is now a chance for Vuvuzela to go ahead, and it's saved. Oh, Masley! He stood strong. He's dove to his left, and he saved it with his legs. What a way to keep Attitude in it.
What a goalie. What a goalkeeper. I've said it, every single player on this team. They're like a tight-knitted group, and he saved that one magnificently there. Now can we see a breakaway on the other side of things? Attitude, we need to see them wake up here because they've been letting too much go, and that's exactly why these passes are not being as free-flowing as they were last week, Rhino.
No, they're not.
And that's been a big problem for them because they had fantastic passing ratio. I think it was 96% pass completion rate, which is ridiculous, especially when there's 11 players on the field. You're not just playing on your own.
Yeah.
This time, though, it's definitely in the lower 70%, maybe 60% because they've been missing a hell of a lot, and it's not ideal. They need to change something here at half-time. The gaffer needs to get in there and give some shouting and throw some sponges because they'll be very, very lucky if they are still equal here at half-time as the pressure's building here for Vuvuzela. Will they get a shot off, though? It's going to be to the back post. It's a good whipped cross. Mahmoud flicks it up. Probably not the right idea. Maybe across the deck there might have been the better way to go, but it's still going to be won back again. A shot comes in. Blocked off. The heart rate must be pumping here for the players in centre-back because the ball has not left the box there for a solid 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's nice play there from Runel, though. And Fabinho knows there's space on this right-hand side. Simsy will find Drop on that right-hand side. It will be into JDS, and now Greg's trying to forge a chance for Attitude at the dying embers of this first half. But he will just go backwards, and that will trigger half-time ped. 0-0 we go in, but Vuvuzela by far the team with more possession.
Yeah, I think it's very, very easy to say. I've just had a look back at that penalty shout, and to be fair, they didn't deserve to be punished like that. It wasn't a penalty.
No.
It was very, very unfortunate. It was an off-the-ball altercation, which was very soft to give away. VAR wouldn't have given it, put it that way. But regardless, it was a great save from Maz. But I think the key issue here is the fact that Attitude have been playing, well, I don't think it's too unfair to say they've been playing dreadful.
Yeah.
They've been very, very slow. They're not passing as fast as they were. The passes are not making it to the destination. And I think Vuvuzela have done their homework, Rhino. I think they've done the homework. They are playing fantastic, and their biggest sort of hindrance seems to be their lack of ability to score a goal.
And I wanted to ask you about that because we have mentioned that maybe Attitude aren't quite playing as well as we might expect. But at the same time, is it one of those things where potentially it's actually Vuvuzela whose press is just getting the right players, it's getting in the right positions to prevent Attitude from playing the passes that they want to play, just like that one where the right back standing very strong, that's Mahmoud.
Well, I mean, it's tittle for tat. I'd say Attitude were doing a very, very much better job at defending the ball in the opponent's half last week. They don't seem to be making any interceptions in the half of Vuvuzela here. It's all happening towards their box. That seems to be where they're winning the ball back a lot. They're not winning the ball back in the right positions. That's going to be a chance for Vuvuzela here. They just need to find a shot. It's going to be down and won back by the defense. But it's these long balls as well, these direct balls. They were playing a lot shorter passes last week, which were working really well, really quick passes. But it seems like these long balls are killing them. Look at the touch there. Not great again from a chip pass, a through pass. It's just not the right way. They need to play it. It looks like they're playing a bit spread out as well. You know, maybe playing a bit closer will assist them to pass the ball a bit shorter. And that's a pass over the top. And that's a lovely pass. He's onside. Into the centre now. Godax is there. Oh, that's going to be one back. And they have a very, very strong defense attitude. You can tell that very, very easily. They've not let anything, sort of escape through the cracks. But they do need to figure out what's going on in the offense because they haven't really had anything at all this game so far.
No, they haven't. And Vuvuzela come once again. Alakon going to take this one, trying to find the pass in. And we will have our first corner of the game. It falls to Vuvuzela. And let's see if they've got any practice tactics or strategies here from this corner. It looks like they might go short, and indeed they will. It's back to Zecox, who gets the ball in the middle. Gregs sends that one into Rosette for another corner.
Yeah, that's Brexit defending us at the finest there. Just get that ball gone. But, four runners at the back of there. Oh, no, good cross in. Shot. Is it going to be made? Mahamoud! Blocked off by one of the 8 players in white in the middle. It's going to be headed down. Oh, one back again there in the midfield. Vuvuzela doing a very, very good job of just keeping the ball. They have attitude rattled, to be completely honest with you, the way I'm seeing them play at the moment. And that's very, very, unforeseen. We did not expect this to happen with a team like Attitude. They seem very, very fairly structured. But maybe they got a little bit too ahead of themselves because Vuvuzela are not a side to be taken unseriously as they're going to find a shot away here. No, they're not. It's in the centre. Not going to be a shot. I'd actually love to see the stats for how many shots they've actually managed to get off because it doesn't seem like that they've had a lot of actual shots.
Yeah, it doesn't. It does feel a little bit, Ped, like you're watching a preview of the Euros final tomorrow, England versus Spain, where Vuvuzela are taking the job of Spain, cutting everything that England want to do, but the scoreline remains 0-0 through 60 minutes, and there's a serious, question around, is that defense a little too strong? The shot comes through, but in the end, it's straight at the keeper, and It is a little bit concerned if you're a Vuvuzela fan right now that the scoreline is still 0-0 because you've had so much the better possession. You seem to be playing the better EAFC, and yet you're still not ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what is the protocol for pro clubs? Does this go to extra time and penalties, or is it golden goal, or what goes on?
We got 2 legs. We got another leg after this.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Yeah. What happens if it's tied after 2 legs? There you go. There's a question for you.
There's a question.
The answer to that one. Yeah, we'll have to find that out, but I could see that. I could generally see this being 2 tied games. We've not seen any real chances that I've gone, oh my God, that should have been a goal. You know what I mean? The penalty, maybe, yeah, okay. That probably the closest they've got to scoring, but from open play, they haven't really had any opportunities that I'd say, that the expected goal was, 0.70 and above. But that's going to be a chance. Good flick in, just keeps it in, but the keeper saves again. I tell you what, hasn't he been an influential player for Attitude? Masley, absolutely perfection. A 10 out of 10 performance from me so far. And let's hope he keeps it up for the final sort of 20 minutes of this game, and then they've already got through one game 0-0.
Yeah, well, if we're honest, it's because of Masley that we find ourselves at 0-0, right? I mean, Attitude will be thanking him a lot, and also thanking his water bottle, I would expect, because it probably had which way to dive on it. But it's going to be Zecox now, all the way back to Vito and Vuvuzela. They know that they are currently the stronger side. They're just trying to find those gaps, trying to find the ball through the lines. Aries will pick that one up, but immediately Asa 10 comes in and makes that challenge. And now Alakon, that's the first chance he's really had all game. And it's a great save from Masley, who once again keeps the scoreline level.
Yeah, he's staying alert. He's staying composed. He's doing his job perfectly. The defenders are doing all right. But I think it's more of their transition plays, which are just not happening.
Yeah.
There's no real attack to defense. It's attack and then back to Vuvuzela and then back to defense. There's no transition for Attitude at the moment. They're not getting the ball from attack to defense to attack, etc. Maybe here we get to see it for the first time, but it's run out of play. It's going to be for a throw-in, though. They did win the ball. It seems like a tackle was made.
Oh.
I thought it was just run out on the sideline, but it wasn't. Adam Pro, will he be able to launch a goal-scoring attack here? Let's see, Maham, no. Sovo. It's a very tight game. It's going to be very, very difficult to break these 2 teams apart. And I genuinely couldn't tell you who will take this win overall, because they've been, I think, as you said, the defensive attitude's been absolutely phenomenal, but the attack and the possession keeping and the overall performance, I think, from Vuvuzela has also been phenomenal. So it's like, how do you write it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with Attitude, I think it feels like they want that ball over the top, right? They want that big diagonal switch over onto their wingers. But hang on a moment. Alacon's going to take a shot. It's blocked right at source by the Attitude defense. But do you know what I mean? Like, they have those wingers who it seems like really want to bomb on down the wing, get that ball in front of them and run onto it. They've got that rapid plus play style. They want to use it. But it seems like Vuvuzela have got two strong defenders who are always willing to go up, challenge that ball, get their heads on it, and clear the ball away, or you know, reset for Vuvuzela and get some really good possession on. So here comes another long ball attempted, but this time it will be stopped. Drop now with the throw-in. Needs to keep this in possession of Attitude, but throw-ins certainly in pro clubs are so difficult because every single option, it's probably going to be marked, Ped.
Yeah. I thought he was going to throw it out for a corner, but instead he throws it out for an absolute clearance and a half.
Yeah.
We're in the final minute now. The last attack's going to be in the favour of Vuvuzela. They're going to get a chance to shoot as well. He breaks away, gets the shot off, and finally, at the death of the game, we see a winner. And that's fantastic. Of course, it's two legs, but for this game at least, finally, Vuvuzela break it away. You could just imagine the 11 players now in the team call, screaming and shouting and you know, throwing in the hats, the money maybe, who knows? But that's fantastic. At the final minute, do you know who it was? Who was the player who struck the blood?
I will get that information for you in a moment. However, Vuvuzela, they win out this first leg 1-0. And I mean, at the moment, Attitude are going to be thankful that they've got two legs to deal with because they're going to need it. They find themselves 1-0 down. And it has to be said, they were the worst team in leg one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to watch back what led to the goal here. And it was, again, that big, long clearance out, headed back in, and all of a sudden...
I believe it was Alacon who scored.
Yeah. Alacron takes about 3 players out and then slots it into the far left. The defence sat in the line. None of them really defending width. Yeah. Everything needs to improve for Attitude apart from Masley.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. I mean, like, Masley's kept that game 1-0. Masley's kept this still doable in the second leg. Without Masley there, you're looking at 3, 4, 5-0 in that game, just based off the attempts that were had. I can't understand the style of play that Attitude are going for at the moment. You know, as I said, when they play with the short, snappy passing, and they play very, very much that sort of defense in the offense, they play so much better when they have Rhino, for example, up there defending, getting the tackles, and we didn't see that once. We didn't see Rhino getting in the face once, trying to get that tackle and going in for the slides, trying to, you know, cause some problems. We've seen it. In fact, the script was flipped. We've seen that all from Vuvuzela. They were the ones who were sat there pressuring, getting the tackles in upfield, away from their own half. And I think Attitude didn't know how to deal with that. I don't think Attitude have came across an opponent who've put them in that situation before, who've sort of matched their playstyle or even bettered their playstyle. So now they're going to need to take a second. The manager's going to, or the captain, whoever's in charge needs to step up and put some ideas forward. Otherwise, we're going to be in a pretty grim situation because they didn't have one goal-scoring opportunity. Not one. I'd be surprised to see if they had a shot, to be completely honest. It didn't look like they had a single shot that game. Or at least I can't remember it, which means it wasn't great. So they need to find an offense. I mean, it's almost like they're playing 11 defenders at the moment. They need to find an offense because even counterattacks, right? If you're under so much pressure, how come you can't counterattack and go the other end? They didn't have that down and locked in either. So that's usually the tactics. If you're going to play the game like FIFA or eFootball or whatever, you're either an offensive player and you spend the entire game just trying to be on the offense, or you're a defensive player. You soak up all the pressure and then bang, you counter.
Yeah. We
see neither. So it's like, well, what's going on? Like, what are we going to see in this next game? What are they going to change? They've got to choose one side or the other. They can't sit on the fence. And at the moment, I think they're sat on the fence.
I think we did see a couple of long balls from the side of Attitude. I think they did try to counter-attack, but I think Vuvuzela were very sensible in the way they approached that tie. I think they were very compact, and they also knew where all the runners were at any given time. They knew that left wing and the right wing is exactly where Attitude want to play that ball down, so their left back and right back were very sensible in where they were positioning themselves. They were always very touch tight to those attackers, and whenever they weren't, at any point where there was even a bit of room down that side, Attitude tried to take advantage and they tried to move. But it's then into that second phase where, okay, we've not stopped that initial ball over the top. What next? How can we defend? And they always defended exceptionally well. And it's that full 1-2-1-2 narrow. They are playing very narrow, and it's working for them really, really nicely. So for me, I've got to give credit to the way that Vuvuzela are playing. It seems like they have come in here with a huge, like, just the game plan of dreams against Attitude. And now it's down to Attitude to adjust what they're trying to do and make it work for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think it's absolutely fair as well. I just hope they're all 11 players on the same page. All 11 players have the tactics down, and they're all understanding of what they need to do. Because otherwise, we've not seen a team really come and do this to Attitude before in this competition. There hasn't been a team who really stepped up to them and gone, you know, who are you? Kind of thing. You know, they make people scared, Attitude, and we need to see that reinstalled here. This is a final chance. It's only 1 goal to chase. We've seen them score a goal in 2 minutes before. Can they do it again, though, Rhino, is the big question that we're asking here, as we have 22 players in the lobby ready to go here for this game. I'm sure hands will have been wiped with tea towels, cup of teas ready, with some digestives for those from England and the teams, if any. But here we go. Sims is the one to kick it off. We have a kit change. Maybe that was the problem. The kit was too light. They've gone a bit darker now. They've got a blue colour. Still light blue, though. But same kit selection, it seems, for this Vuvuzela side. So let's see if we can find a goal here for Attitude. They've definitely had some chats there in the off-screen section. And now, hopefully, they'll be prepared for what's next.
Yeah, Rhino, that could be a massive pass. It's just going to go wide. But there is a free kick here. And that is right on the edge of the box as well. This is in a fantastic position.
It's tempting, isn't it?
It is really tempting to go for that shot. The goalkeeper trying to position himself as best he can. And there's how many in that wall? Six-man wall there. Kind of trying to be 7. The ball will come over. 7. The strike comes in. Oh, it's a good save from Armadinho. The first time he's really been called into action. And he rises to the occasion.
Yeah, it definitely is the first time, actually. Like, he's not even lying. It is the first time he's made a save all the full 90 minutes and now in the first 5. And I know that they changed servers as well, so that might have been an issue for Attitude. They might have played on a server that's not so beneficial for them. I don't know who's hosting this game. I'd assume it's them as their name's on top. Last time it was on bottom, I think.
Could be.
Not
sure.
That might have been the problem. And whose stream it was? It is Runo's stream, right? So I'm pretty sure we've seen some problem ping things on the server last time as well. It was yellow and red. So that definitely could be the problem. It could have just been lagging.
Yeah. Could.
So this could give them the opportunity, because now if you look at the ping, it's 12 ms. So that's pretty decent. So they definitely had some lag. I did see it pop up in parts of the game. So this could be the reasoning. And I guess only time will tell us if that is the case. And so far they've started off 10 times better than they played last game.
So, yeah, that is right. So, right now, Attitude are playing in their home leg. So, there's a home and away leg. Vuvuzela were playing in their home leg last game, so they had the advantage of having that server. And now it's Attitude who have the advantage. Oh, my goodness. Simsy hits the crossbar. And immediately you can see that these servers, well, maybe they might have been part of the problem, as Sovo's going back to Ares and now back across that back line. It's time for Vuvuzela to try and step up on defense.
Yeah. I mean, as I'd say, if they've been lagging and they've still managed to defend to 1 goal, then what does that say about a team? I mean, that's ridiculous. Especially if there's a big difference between the servers that they're both playing on, both teams. That's absolutely magnificent. And that's why 2 legs is fair, especially if you have teams. Well, imagine you had a team from one side of Europe and then the other side of Europe. Obviously, there's going to be a big ping difference. And that's going to be a chance to shoot here. No, taken down, threat neutralized, and now back on the attack. I'm liking what I'm seeing, though. Those transition plays, as I was mentioning last game, they've returned here. And it's starting to cause some damage. They're starting to get some ground. They're starting to make every single pass count. They're not missing any passes, which is a big thing. And that pass completion is going to be right back up there, Rhino.
Yeah, you would expect so. An Attitude now look like they are finding their feet once again. Fabinho going to have a man over on this left wing. And it will be Sovo trying to take this one down. Varatsky inside to Simsy, who finds Runel, who might take a shot here. No, back into Simsy, and another free kick on the edge of the box, and it's exactly the same position. I don't really know how this one goes, Ped, but that first one was very close indeed.
If this fella misses again, then I'd have him off him.
Get him off, yeah.
Permanently.
Absolutely.
If he misses again, you give him 2 chances. If he doesn't score 1, He's not going again.
Ooh.
There you go. It's a good save. Get him off the free kicks. Try something new. You know, that's how it works in football. You know, if you have someone taking penalties and they miss 2 out of 2, then just never take a penalty again.
Credit to him. He's gone one way and one the other, right? He's gone right at the keeper in his first one.
Of course. Yeah.
You know,
Not quite a Roberto Carlos free kick, but we can live with
hang
it.
on,
Oh
hang on.
my
There
word!
might
The
be a
counter
chance.
attack's on. Fabinho has saved the day there. What a touch that was!
Wow. And now there might be another counter-attack. This is like watching a game of tennis. JDS will switch it over to Sovo, who finds it inside to Veratsky. Switches out again, but that's one too many. And that is a great pickup by Armadinho. But Ped, this is the attitude that we know and love. They're switching the ball. They are finding their teammates on each side. And as you say, they are wildly improving their passing percentage.
Oh yeah, they're getting up the field. They're progressing. And last game we didn't see that. We just seen them sat in their own half, passing the ball back. As I say, that the ball is given right back to Vuvuzela. Veratsky there needs to stop doing me in like that. But here we go. The corner, is it? Looks like a corner.
So.
Yep. First corner we've seen for Attitude, I believe, in the entire series, no? Or is it the second? Oh, no, the second one we've seen this game.
Third.
Different side, though.
Actually. Because Attitude have had 2 in this game already. That is the third.
Head like a 50p.
Head like a 50p indeed. And it will be back to Vuvuzela, maged into Abdo. Now looking to go forwards and run that channel. But it'll be Abdo who keeps possession and now finds a man in space. It's going to be Safe who finds Asa 10 into Zcox. Vuvuzela moving forwards well. Alacon going to find Zcox again. It's Abdo into Godax. Oh, Alacon still has the ball. Turns quickly, but Fabinho will be able to use that anticipate plus and get the ball back for Attitude.
Yeah, really, really good stuff there. And as well, not only is it the ping change, it's the kit change.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the kit, maybe that's what it is. We need a brighter kit, guys. We need nicer colour, not just white. And there you go. They've done it. But the more important point to underline is that they are 1 goal down here. They need to score,
They do.
which they haven't yet been able to achieve. They've had more chances. Yes, great, fantastic. But Asa is he's having a nice time. That's offside. Realistically, if you can't score as Vuvuzela here, you just keep the ball.
Yeah,
keep possession.
They're not going to be too worried as long as Attitude aren't able to get that ball over the line. And Asa 10 going to come back down the other way into Godax, into Abdo, who does have a man running forwards. Passed off from the right back to the centre back. It will be Godax into Alacon. Looking for a teammate. We'll eventually find Adam and Maged on this left-hand side, heel to heel. But he will go back to Abdo. And Vuvuzela, as you say, just trying to keep possession. They are heeding the wise advice of Caster Ped, and it is working for them. They might find themselves on halfway. Actually, that one's challenged by Simsy, though. And now Attitude can start moving forwards. JDS back to Sovo, into Ares. And now they've got to position themselves well to try and get at least 1 attack before that halftime whistle blows.
Yeah, it looks like Attitude have employed Gareth Southgate as a manager. All this negative play. But no, they're getting the opportunity to try and break through. I think the hard thing is in the game of pro clubs is to try and find that that position, that breakthrough. Again, ball won back in the defense. You'd expect them just to keep hold of this until the halftime whistle blows here. Vuvuzela, you wouldn't expect them to try anything magical, but maybe they're going to do it anyway. Yeah, they'll go for the last attack, it seems. They know it's safe now to attack. And this could be a great time to score. What a ball! Yeah, that was fantastic. I don't know what he did exactly there, the technical term for it, but he took 3 players out of the game and nearly scored a goal. Really, really strong attack. And that is the danger that Vuvuzela bring, even if the ping's gone bad for them, whatever. They still look dangerous when they're on the counters. Attitude have fell naturally back into their normal offensive sort of play of domination, although they're losing the ball too much for that to work. They need to get a goal in. They need to just start shooting, realistically. I mean, it's as simple as that. Stop trying to, fancy the way through and just start trying to play some shots. Even if you shoot into the box at the moment, there's about 10 players in there. I mean, the odds are just going to rebound off one of them and go somewhere, Just attempt the shot, get a lucky little rebound off a defender's boot. Yeah. That's how some of the most important goals in the world are scored. So why not try it here?
Yeah. Why not try it indeed? So we have just received word that the away goals rule is in place. So if Vuvuzela are able to score, Attitude would then have to score 3 in order to win the game, because obviously they would need to win outright, as Vuvuzela would have more of the away goals. So, however, if Attitude are able to score 1 and we go 1-0, 1-0 in both legs, then we will be going to extra time and penalties paired, and the game is back underway. As I slightly forgot to make that transition. However, it's fine because nothing else happened in the game. It's Attitude on the front foot again, trying to get that thrown into someone, but Vito will pick this one up for Vuvuzela and start moving forwards for their side.
Yeah, a lot of chasing going on here from the players, and yep, that's where it breaks down when your front three all runs onto one side of the pitch and leaves the other one open. And that's what I think Vuvuzela have done really well. They notice when the players are moving to the left and right. They're just trying to tie the players' stamina down, and that's exactly what they're doing by playing it left to right. Almost like a game of table football. But we're going to be on the attack. That's a fantastic ball. Poor touch, unfortunately. Bounced off his head. Didn't fall in front of him. It's going to be taken back here. Runel's trying to get himself into a position in the centre, as you see over there. But don't really know what's going on at the back. They need to try and get the ball out. They do need to remember that the 1-0 down here in the legs and stop, fancying it around at the back.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
An attack. Oh, good skills there from Greg. I thought he'd have just ran straight into him then. He's managed to do a good job. No, Runel, the manager.
He's got it back.
Player manager.
Hang on a moment. Veratsky might find someone in the middle. Simsy might fancy himself. Sovo cuts inside and gets challenged. But Attitude are building. This is more play that they've had in the Vuvuzela this half than they had in the entirety of the first leg. But they're still not making it count, and there's 60 minutes gone on the in-game clock. At the moment, Vuvuzela are going to the grand final.
Yeah, we need to see something change here, don't we, from Attitude? Well, not even change necessarily, just they need to just break through and score. They just seem to maybe hesitate an extra second on some of the decisions, whether it's a shot or a pass for some players. Vuvuzela's goal, just one player thought, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. And he took 3 players on and shot. Maybe that's what we need to see from Attitude. Someone just to get the ball and be greedy and stop passing it around in a square, which is what they're doing, just passing it around the box.
Ooh.
And that's a bad touch. Are they going to get away with it, though? A shot to come in. Zecox is there. Alacron. Luckily, Veratsky gets back, but it's not gone yet. They're not out of the clear. It's in the middle again. All it needs is a shot now. Abdo, rather. Can't get a shot either. It's still there. Asa trying to break through. Zecox plays it back. Adam Pro. Possession game again here. They're going to try and rebuild. Unfortunately, that pass, though, is not great. And it is won back by Attitude. Attitude now need to go on the other end and attack here. They've got very, very borrowed time. And that's going to be over the top. Oh, it's just not it, though, is it? You just don't go over the top there. You want to be secure with the pass.
Is he offside?
And you know what? Oh, wow. They're very lucky they got away with that, because I tell you now, if Vuvuzela kept that pressure, we all know what happens next.
Yeah, it was really tight, but Veratsky now back in for Attitude. Coming up to the 70th minute in game, and Attitude are going to have to start taking a few risks. They're going to have to start throwing a few more bodies forwards. They're going to have to stop just trying to lump that ball up the field and hope that a player gets on the end of it. I would suggest ball taken away, but now here we go. It's going to be JDS on the right-hand side, has 3 around him, takes too big a touch, and it's well challenged by the Vuvuzela defense, and now Abdo can move forwards. Inside to Godax, into Alacon, gets challenged. No, Asa keeps the ball, edge of the box, maybe looking for the Travella. Won't find it, as now it's Sovo. Back to advance, and over onto that far right-hand side, as Attitude really need to start moving forwards. That long ball is exceptional from Runnel. It's Sovo on the left-hand side. It has to be now or never. Veratsky into JDS, and he misses!
Block!
It's high, it's wide, it's not very pretty. And Attitude's chance might have just gone begging.
That had to be on target at the very least. It had to be. I thought it took a deflection with how wildly it flew past the crossbar, but it didn't. He's just missed. Oh, Veratsky, no, it's not the pass to play. And again, decision-making or maybe even just communication between the players just not there. Yeah. 2 players ran away. Veratsky thought they were going to stay short. They didn't. They went long. And
win that.
There you go. That's going to be a good header. Chance again. Pressure building. Just needs to break away with a shot. BZB takes a defender out in the process. But it's not going to be anywhere closer towards the net. It's pushed a bit further back. Sovo to Aries. He'll play it across to advance. And that's exactly what needs to happen here. Some advancements need to be made, especially on the goal front. Here comes Rhino. Played across to Sovo, just cutting and shoot. What is that?
It'll be a corner.
Oh, okay. I thought that was his shot.
No, it will be a
see
corner.
The touch.
80 minutes on the clock. Wow. Okay. Rhino. This is a big moment indeed. Looks onto the edge. Advance will win it. Into the middle. It's away by Vito. And now Asa will clear the ball away. Zecox moving forwards with it. There's a man over on the left. He's going to pass it to Majd instead. Knows he doesn't have to take an unnecessary risk. And if Vuvuzela can keep possession of this football for the next 5 in-game minutes, they will be going through to the PFL Esports Cup Grand Final. And that's exactly what they plan to do. It's going to be Zafani. Veraski intercepted. Advance into Fabinho.
Surely now.
Surely got a shoot. Yes.
Oh, what a save
from Armadinho. Oh, right at the death. Give that man a raise immediately.
He didn't have much work or any work to do in the first game, but he has been up for the challenge here in the second leg. What a fantastic goalkeeper he's been. And we're going to go to the edge of the box again. Advance. This seems to be the strategy. Oh, but he's missed the header. That looks pretty deftly. It's a 2v2 as well. Will they finish it off on a goal? He's going to the corner. He's going to the corner.
Yes. Why not?
Oh, no, he's gone back. Oh, come on. You got to commit to it. If you're going to commit, then commit. You know, you can't just dally around. It looks like they want the second goal. They smell blood.
Hang on.
But they don't taste it. It's going to be cleared away. They're getting towards the final chance at the moment for Attitude here. They need to make something count. And it might count. Sova. Oh, bad touch again. They've still got time if they can win a header here. No. Where's the players gone?
They're all up front. And that's over. Great counter. And
it's
that
over.
is it.
GG.
It is GG. The ball will be found inside. They've just got to kick the ball out. A minute has been played of extra time. And that will do it. Vuvuzela. They get the better of Attitude. And they will be going through to the grand final of the PFL Esports Cup, Ped. And at the end of the day, for my money, the better team ended up winning.
They did. They did, yeah. And I must say as well, why didn't Attitude come out playing like that in the game, first game?
Well,
you know, if they came out, I mean, yeah, but you know, we talk about the ping difference. They just had to play with the ping difference then, Vuvuzela. And they were impeccable. Of course, they didn't play the same. Attitude were more on the ball, but they didn't. You know, there wasn't the same sort of issues we were seeing from Attitude's point of view, where they had no chances at all. You know, they still had 4 or 5 chances to get a goal in there even. So, yes, okay, internet obviously played a part, but I'd also say in that first leg that it was also them just not being ready for what was ahead of them, to be completely honest.
Well, what is ahead of them is unfortunately an exit from the competition. And after this break, we will be back with the grand final of the PFL Esports Cup, Vuvuzela versus ACK. Join us after this short break. Welcome back, everybody, to the PFL YouTube channel. Our semi-finals are done, and Vuvuzela gets the cheekiest of 1-0 victories against Attitude in that semi-final to find themselves here in the grand final of PFL Esports opposite ACK Esports, who unfortunately did progress via a bye in that semi-final with Capital Stars unable to field a squad. But all the better for them as they will start to play this game. And I am once again joined by Ped for this grand final. What a game this promises to be.
Yeah, 100%. I think Vuvuzela will be coming off the back of a big win. Unfortunately, ACK haven't had any real... they can play friendlies, but they're not going to have the same level of intensity that we've just seen from Vuvuzela, unfortunately. So you would expect at least, the first leg to be a very, very good performance from Vuvuzela and sort of like a warm-up for ACK. And that's the unfortunate part they have in not being able to play that semi-final out on their side. But that doesn't mean that they aren't able to do it. And as you bring up the lovely formation graphic onto the screen.
For sure. We are just about to get into this game. The players are loading in, so we thought we'd give you the team lineups there. I will not be reading them out. I trust that everyone on this YouTube channel can read, but some players to pick out. I mean, after that first game, Alakon up front for Vuvuzela will be putting himself about quite a lot. Over on the ACK side, you've got those two centre mids, Ilyas and Ayub, who have played incredibly over the course of the tournament, and I am sure today will be no different. But there's no preamble, Ped. There's no time to discuss and figure out what's going to happen in this game because it's happening right now.
Here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, the finals of the PFL Europe Cup. Both teams here making it all the way. Some may be against all odds, but you do have the two finalists on either side of the field. 22 players have made it today. It is ACK versus Vuvuzela, and the game is off. Can we see a repetition from Vuvuzela of the previous series, the previous result that they had over Attitude? Will we see it, Rhino, or will we see ACK bring something different to the table?
I'd like to see ACK bring something different to the table. They're going to do that. Shiva passes in early. Zosling, oh my goodness, almost the opening goal. Kurdish over to this side. But that was very close to the opener from the side of ACK. And what it's worth remembering is that we had 32 of the best teams across all of the entirety of... Oh, boo. Hang on a moment. This is a friendly. We've been debated, Ped. We've been debated.
Well,
hey, we were told that in 5 minutes they were going to start and that would be this game. But... it looks like this is just going to be a warm-up for Vuvuzela. So, on me.
Warm-up for us as well.
Warm-up for us. Yeah, we got to get excited all of a sudden. I thought maybe that was going to be it, but hey, guess not. As it seems that Vuvuzela are just trying to get in maybe a scrim, maybe just a little bit of keeping their fingers warm as they prepare themselves for this grand final. 32 teams across all of PFL leagues had made it to the PFL Esports Cup. They had qualified. And this is now the two best teams across every single PFL league. And if you go onto our website, you would be able to see quite a lot of them. Let me just remind myself of what the website is. pfl-esports.com. That is where you get all of your info. And hey, if you want to be a part of the next PFL Esports Cup, well, maybe you can head over, sign up, and you too could be a part of this incredible group of pro clubs professionals. So we've got a little bit longer maybe than I suspected, Ped, and the game is not underway yet. So let's have a closer look at these two lineups. And something that's very interesting to remember here is that ACK Esports are bringing a very similar, or certainly the same formation as what Attitude did in the semi-final. So Vuvuzela have already seen this formation, and for all the money in the world, it looks like they know how to play against it.
Well, yeah. I mean, this formation can be played in many different ways. It's a very understandable reasoning for going with this formation. It should be very, very strong defensively, with the two wing backs either side. As they don't have, would they have midfielders? No, yeah. This is probably then a more offensive-based team, because if they don't have the left wing back, right wing back, which it can be played as sort of as a 3-5-2 rather than the 5 at the back. It's interesting. But who knows what they can bring to the table? That they might be able to hopefully play in a different way to Attitude, because I think Attitude were just trying to be a little bit too fancy with what they were doing. They weren't getting to the key point, which was shoot, score. They were just passing it too much. I think they didn't really try and attempt to go for any shots from outside the box. They were just trying to walk it in. Hopefully, ACK have seen that game and gone, well, we've seen what Vuvuzela did to Attitude with the same formation. Maybe we can do something differently, do this differently. And they'll already have their own original playstyle, which works best for them and the players. So hopefully they have something different. You know, a formation is just the structure. It's not the body that lives within. And,
very nicely put. A wordsmith is Arped.
Yep.
Absolutely. And it has to be said, this friendly isn't especially going the way that Vuvuzela maybe would have wanted to keep their hands warm. But it will still be... I guess they're only kind of playing for fun, right? They're not putting their all into it because they've got to reserve themselves for ACK, who you would think will come through with quite a game plan once again, and you would believe would not have the same attitude, pun intended, as Attitude did, as far as maybe feeling a little bit overconfident, a little bit like maybe based on how they'd played so far in the tournament, it was almost their kind of their position to lose kind of thing, and it felt like Attitude did have that mentality going into that semi-final. ACK will not have that same mentality you would expect.
Yeah, I think Vuvuzela is going to be looking to steamroll this game, to be honest, like they did the last one. I think if ACK cannot live up to the same expectations, or if not better than Attitude, then they're going to get pushed aside. Obviously, we didn't get to see them. I've not got to see them. I'm not sure if you've seen them play before yourself, Rhino. But it's unfamiliar territory for me. Yeah. I've not seen them play. I've not really seen any of the teams they've beaten play. So it's like, it could go either side. You know, we don't really have a definitive for how good they are. We were told that Attitude were favourites to win.
Yeah.
So now they've been knocked out. It's sort of it sways the bells in Vuvuzela's side, to be completely honest, after that performance.
Yeah, you would think so. And as you mentioned, riding the high of that victory in that semi-final, which ACK didn't get to experience, didn't get to feel. Their mentality is kind of going to be on the ground, like, yeah, we're in a final, but we've not had that, that big lift that Vuvuzela have. So we will see very shortly, as we are trying to get the players into the game. I promise, lots of work going on behind the scenes to try and get this game underway, as Vuvuzela have turned around their friendly that I said wasn't going their way. They are now winning 2-1 because, well, I wanted to watch some EAFC and watch how they played, and I have to say the freedom that Vuvuzela play with, which we did also see in that semi-final, Ped, when they were moving through the lines, when they were, getting into those pockets, into those half spaces. They looked really, really positive. They looked really good, and it's great to see from a team that have made it through into this final, and I'm sure they will continue to try and do that in this final against ACK. It's just whether they will be allowed to. That's the question. Yeah.
I mean, if they're given time, space, then they're going to use it, a team like this, and we've seen that with the goal that was scored in the previous legs in the semi-finals. As soon as some space was found by the one and only, I'm trying to find his name, Alacron, he slotted that top corner. And that was because the defensive structure was diagonal line, but it was all compact. It wasn't spread out, so no one was actually marking that far post, and the goalkeeper couldn't get there. It was that well shot, and that's what you can't do. You can't give the if you're a defender, you can't give players like Alacron and Godax any space to get a shot on the ball. Otherwise, that'll be top corner every single time. But again, we're going into the unknown. Really, we're going for a fog storm. We could be saying all this, and then Aka are going to come out and absolutely hammer Vuvuzela. I mean,
True.
It's a possibility.
I mean, I have seen some of these players because I know for a fact I've casted Ilias and Ayub before. those are the two names that I picked out earlier because I 100% have seen those two play, and their names stuck in my head, which tells me that when I did watch them, they were running the show for ACK Esports. So those two in that center mid position, they're going to be the two to watch out for. Not only are they going to be trying to cut out those kinds of midfield to forward passes from Vuvuzela, they are also definitely going to be the catalyst for anything going forwards that ACK Esports have to offer. They have to work impeccably together, one going forwards, one dropping back, or when that press is happening, when they've got Vuvuzela penned in, they will be both trying to attack and press, and it will be interesting. The chemistry between Ayub and Ilias, I think, is going to be the key in this game for ACK to come through.
Yeah. You know, as I say to you, I'm really hoping that this goes well for ACK, because I want to see a competitive game. I don't want to just see a final where it's a pushover, you know, and I want to see it. Unfortunately, there's an extended delay on what to see, and there is not too many things that we can say to pass this time.
We've yapped a good amount. I'm proud of the amount that we've been able to yap.
We are running out of fingers to count on though at the moment, so you know if they could hurry up and get in the game, that'd be fantastic. But to say no, I think we need to see if ACK want to cause some problems here. They need to come in and score in the first 10 minutes. That's the biggest way to unsettle the opponents. You know, if you come in, bang, 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 goal. That is like we've seen it happen with Attitude in the past. They came in, they scored straight away, it threw their opponent off for the rest of the game. If they can do that and then just you know sort of put the foot down a bit, they can really excel the first half, especially of that game, until they sort of have that half-time break to rest and go, right, what's just happened? Yeah. That's what ACK need to do. Just catch Vuvuzela off guard, because they're going to still be on a high. That also means that they're just going to be expecting to win this. Because they probably in their heads, they were like, oh, Attitude should have won. We beat them now. Now we have an easier final. ACK need to turn up and go, ha! No. You just played the lower boss, now it's the big boss. That's what we need to see.
Well, I'll tell you what we can do. While we are just waiting for this game to start, we can have a look at how we got here, folks. This is the bracket from the playoffs that we have been through. ACK Esports, they have made it through some very, very good teams. Talking about Leon Esports in that round of 16. It was Brasilia in that quarterfinal. And of course, they came through in, you know, unfortunate circumstances with that forfeit win against Capital Stars. But it is enough to see them through to the final. On the other side, we know Vuvuzela beat Attitude. They also beat Altawar in that quarterfinal, which was an undefeated team up to that point. So credit to them. You know, they are coming in with a lot of pedigree, a lot of big wins under their belt. And they also beat Jaegers Esports in that round of 16. And now we find ourselves in that final. Ignore what it says about the Sunday, July the 14th. We are here on Saturday the 13th, Ped, for the PFL Esports Cup final between Vuvuzela and ACK Esports. And we have to say, right, it's been 3 weeks of competition. It's been a long competition. Is there a slight chance that fatigue starts setting in, or are the games spread out enough that's really not going to be coming into these players' minds?
I think the fact that it's all on different weekends, you know, they've only had to play 2 games, one team, the other team haven't played any.
True.
You know, it means that they'll have a lot of time. If it was best of 3s, then you could argue, you know, by the second fair game of a best of 3, of course, fatigue's going to kick in. But the fact it's only been 2 legs and one team hasn't played yet, I think we'll see very, very fresh playing. Yeah. Obviously, when I've done EAFC or eFootball before, we've been on in tournament format a couple of hours, you know, watching the whole thing through. This has done very, very well, to the point where it gives teams the chance to regroup, change things, structure themselves, and you know, it's what's really good about this. And it's actually ran like a normal cup would be ran in the normal football leagues. You know, you get time from A to B if you progress to play. Yeah. So it's only right that it's done this way. And I think, yeah, it does give it means that, you know, what you're seeing on the field is just going to be the best of everybody's self. You're not going to be seeing, as I say, that fatigue play, that sort of stretched, maybe some lack of concentration, whatever comes from playing for so long. That's not going to be seen as much, and we are going to just get the 100% out of everybody. And it just makes it a much better viewing environment as well, because we're not going to see stupid goals and mistakes go in. So I think, yeah, I don't think fatigue will be a factor here. I think it'll just be completely down to I think, especially in a two legs thing, it seems to be the team that starts off the best wins. You know, if you win game one, you know, you're pretty much down in the dumps in match two, because you can set up in a completely different way when that second leg comes if you're already in the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great tournament here at the PFL Esports Cup. We have seen a lot of fantastic action over the course of these 3 weeks. Of course, those groups were very exciting to watch across 2 legs, you know, home and away on the Saturday and the Sunday. And that round of 16 week was also very exciting. And I have been informed that we are still waiting. So we accept, I think, that we are fully just taking up a little bit of time. So I'm going to go to a Be Right Back screen, I feel. And we will see you on the other side of it with the beginnings, we promise, of the PFL Esports Cup final on the other side of this short break.
Following the light that sets me
Took a couple L's this week, it's been hard to get out of bed. She never looked that way at me, I swear she's fucking with my head. Take me far away from pain. Take me far. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love. Últimamente nuestras charlas son comparecencias. Un pasito más para la indulgencia. Un abogado por si acaso y si el juez está de paso termina dictaminando la sentencia. Salimos presuntos de inocencia. Pasito para atrás por si nos arrepentimos. Si nadie es culpable pues culpamos al destino con él. Pero hace 5 dimos. Nena, por tu forma de hablar, intuyo que últimamente nuestras charlas son comparecencias. Un pasito más para la indulgencia. Un abogado por si acaso y si el juez está de paso termina dictaminando la sentencia. Salimos presuntos de inocencia. Pasito para atrás por si nos arrepentimos. Si nadie es culpable pues culpamos al destino con él.
We are so back, folks. The PFL Esports Cup Grand Final between ACK Esports and Vuvuzela is officially about to get underway. I'm still joined by Ped. Oh, we're so excited for this. One of these two teams is going to win this whole tournament.
Yeah, they are. This is the finals. They have no other time to do it. This has got to be the best performance they've played all time long in the cup to take home that trophy that you see below the webcams.
Yeah.
If they want to take that home, put it on the trophy cabinet, they've got to win here. They've got to put in the effort. They've got to put in the work, determination, blood, sweat, tears, grind. And yeah, no, I think we've been waiting for this for nearly 25, 30 minutes now, so I'd love for it to start.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it's one issue after another at the moment.
We did have a slight glitch on the ACK side, but that means that the players are trying to get into a game. They are trying to find a lobby. So that is absolutely fine by me as long as they do. Because any moment we should be able to see the invite and we should be able to get into the game. I mean, they have been on this screen for quite a long time. It's unsurprising that there was a glitch that came through, Ped. But once that issue is sorted, there's the invite. Let's have it, lads. Come on. Let's get into the game. And we're almost ready to go. Finding a server. And it looks like we are getting into it. We are getting into it. Oh my goodness. Here we go, Ped. Vuvuzela versus ACK. All of that build up. Everything that we've talked about all leads to these two legs of EAFC.
Yeah, we're here. I'm just waiting for There we go. The transition. Brilliant. Oh, no, we're not here. We're really not here. Players are dropping out left, right, and centre here like flies, I think.
Yeah, it looks like 19 instead of the 22 we would require. And so
What's going on?
We may have to restart this one again. We'll find out, though, in just a moment.
If they all leave the game.
If they all leave the game, then we know that we are going to go for one more restart. What's going to happen here? Unclear at the moment. It will be ACK in the white, Vuvuzela in the black. And there we go. There we go. And we're back in the room, folks. We want to see this game just as much as you do, folks. We want to see this game just as much as you do. I am not going to make a comment about EAFC matchmaking. All I am going to do is hope that third time is the charm and we get all of the players into the lobby that we need to get into. And yeah, that is proving to be more difficult than maybe we would have hoped, Ped. But if we only have these issues in leg 1 and we don't have any between leg 1 and 2, I'm still relatively okay with that because that means we can play all the way through. So I have been informed by our commissioner that this is the final attempt from ACK, or they will lose 1-0 due to 2 forfeits and delaying the kickoff. So that is from the commissioner of the PFL. That is exactly what we have been told. One final attempt for ACK to get into this game, or there will be the consequence of that forfeit. And Ped, that's not how we want this PFL Esports Cup to end. It
isn't, no. It isn't. We've been waiting long enough. If it just didn't happen, it wouldn't be so great, would it?
Exactly.
We'd have just been sat here for 45 minutes for no reason. You know, I want to get this game under the road. I want to get, see some action.
Yep.
I want to see a good game, a close game, a strong game from both sides. Hopefully, come on, 22.
22 players.
Keep my eye on that number.
In the lobby.
If it starts falling, we know something's gone wrong. No,
it doesn't
it's
look
fine.
like it has. I think we're going to get into this game. The PFL Esports Cup Final first leg will get underway. ACK Esports versus Vuvuzela Esports. Let us know in chat who you're supporting. We are getting things underway right now. Ped, give me some hype. Give me some excitement.
Well, here we are, the kickoff. It's begun. Both of these teams have been waiting for forever, it seems, to get into this game. Finally, the game gifts us the server for both teams. 22 players who are all going to have to put in their best efforts here to try and take home this trophy. Both teams have battled hard to get to the finals, but it'll all come down to this two-legged finals here that we have before us to take home that trophy and to take the first place prize.
Absolutely. Squat going to look for the crossfield ball, and we know that doesn't work against this Vuvuzela side. We saw Attitude try that a lot in the semi-final, and it did not pay off for them. Ayub looks downfield, finds Chinwe. It's been going to Forker, into Chinwe, won't get past Adam, but there is an advantage played, and it will get brought back, I guess, for the side of ACK. ACK in the white strip. It is Vuvuzela in the, I believe that's a deep purple, rather than like a black or a navy, but I'll leave that one up to your imagination. Squark into Ilias, it will be crossfield, you would think. No, he's going to keep going down the line, looks over the top, but Safani will be there to defend, and now Vuvuzela come forwards.
Yeah, and it's been an interesting start to the game. Neither side really taking any hits just yet. We're going to be seeing the progression from this period of time. Looks like Vuvuzela are just trying to keep that possession, keep the dominance, moving it forward. Good pass forward there. It's going to be kept in by Majid. He tries to find the centre pass. He flicks it in. The header's won by a Vuvuzela player. Alacron's on the ball. We know what he can do. But it's going to be cleared by Fukra. Mehdi will look to play this one down the line. And he will find that pass. It's into the centre now. Looks like an attack for ACK Esports. Will be on the cards here.
Ooh, that's a good
and over the top ball. It's a beautiful ball as well. Mehdi's there. He'll play it for the corner. And that's a good response from ACK.
Yeah, they're going to look to try and get the first goal on the board. And you said it, Ped. They needed to score early to unsettle this Vuvuzela side. That's exactly what they're going to try and do here with this corner. 2 or 3 men in the box looking in range, and they have changed the corner kick taker 3 times now, I believe, as we await this delivery. What are they cooking for us? It's onto the edge of the box, and All that for a corner that goes straight to Vuvuzela, but the counter-attack is on. Alakon gets the step over speed boost on this left-hand side, looks inside for a teammate. Ilias is in position to cut that ball out and get possession back for ACK.
Yeah, and it's going to be cleared away again here. Really, really good stuff in defense from ACK so far, and they are turning attack to defense. Defense to attack, rather.
Yeah.
And they're turning the attack of Vuvuzela to defense. That's a good pass forward. Don't know what just came across the screen. Doesn't matter. The shot's going to happen. No, is that a corner? I believe so. Did it come from zone player? It will be a corner. And it looks like ACK are starting to gain some ground now, some confidence on the ball. They've got a chance to cross this one in. Zico is waiting there at the front.
Don't know if there's a mismatch at the back post, but they might send it over there. We'll find out. Ball into from Ilias.
No, keeper. Keeper's hands. Not a great corner, really. No. Straight into the gloves of the keeper, who hasn't been beaten yet, by the way, tonight. He's not conceded a single goal. Obviously, he did in the friendly, but we don't talk about
that. Yes, the friendly was purely for amusement, no, for nothing else. But yeah, Armadinho has been an absolute brick wall at the back. I mean, you know, we talked about the attitude goalkeeper being fantastic. Oh my goodness, that one's going to flash right across the face of goal and go out for a goal kick to ACK. Vuvuzela trying to... That looks like something new. I've not seen them try and put in that cross from the left-hand side before. And maybe that is a product of struggling to play against this ACK lineup.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it was a very, very ambitious attempt at a cross, to be completely honest. He was trying to get a toey poker there at the front of the net. But unfortunately, one of the players was held back legally by a defender, which didn't allow him to get the speed he needed to get there. But I'm all for it. I mean, they are controlling the majority of the possession, I'd say, Vuvuzela. But it's things like that. Oh, they won the ball back. That's good to see. Oh, it's going to be going straight back to the defense there. And I do like the way that they are lined up and structured, though, ACK.
Yeah.
It seems like they're very, very structured in defense, which we didn't see with Attitude. And this is where the formation of 3-5-2 works very, very strongly. If they can just keep their formation decent. What is going on with it? They need to get the camera out of the stands.
Yeah,
it's
always in that,
going
like,
inside the
corner,
inside the main stand. Yeah, the main stand's blocking our view here of the game, and must be blocking Zico's view as well.
Yeah, 3 corners already for ACK. The first 2 came to absolutely nothing. What will the third one bring? On the edge of the box, it's going to be 1, and now inside from Mady at the back post. It will be squashed.
Oh,
it's the post, but Vartolu will convert, and ACK on the board in the first half of leg 1.
What a header from Squawk!
That's a header.
That's ridiculous. It didn't even seem possible. It's almost like he's like a goldfish with a 360 head. Wow, that's fantastic. And yeah, wow. I mean, they can play a counter-attack very, very strongly, it seems, and we were getting a taste of that now. And Vuvuzela are being put on the back foot, but they have a chance here to equalise the game. And that should have been in there from Godax. If they give you an inch, take a mile. He hasn't done so there.
Got to get your head over it in that instance. It's gone over the bar rather than got his head over it, as it's now ACK who look to maybe compile the misery onto Vuvuzela, but no. It's intercepted in the midfield. Now on this left-hand side, they love to use Majd on this left wing. He is, of course, playing that more left wing-back position. It'll be Zecox looking in field, but Forker will be there with no problems. Vartolu will try and clear, but Adam intercepts in the midfield. Asaten over to this side. Zafani back into Asaten. They're trying to find a gap, trying to find a break in that ACK defense. But as you said, Ped, it is incredibly structured and proving very, very difficult to get past. Ball to the back post. Bingo will be first to react.
And it will be cleared away down the line there. Flicked into Asa. Asa will take it away. Where's he going to go with it now, though? He switches it into the centre. Here comes Abdo. He plays the pass forward to Godax. Back to Zecox again. They are still chasing a goal, so they have to be conscious here on pushing too many people forward, because if they concede again, then they're going to be in deep waters. But either way, possession being held very, very nicely. They just need to try and find that one moment to break through. We've got another part of the stand now blocking our way. Headed up for a corner, I believe, there from Muhad. And it will be a corner. It will be Zico on the corner with his nice little afro there, grey afro.
Like that.
Don't really see any of them in the Premier League, but doesn't matter. This isn't the Premier League. This is the PFL Europe.
Salah had one for a bit.
Not great. Not grey.
It wasn't grey.
It wasn't a grey afro, was it?
No, it wasn't.
It was like a microphone.
I'll
Was
tell
that
you,
my
Will
microphone, in
looks to
fact?
catch the keeper off guard. No, actually, he's found a pass over to Bingo, but Ascertain gets back in time. Adam should be able to clear this one away, and with plus 1 minutes added, you would think that's half time. And indeed it is, Ped. ACK go in 1-0 up on Vuvuzela, and they look great value for it.
Yeah, it's the counter-attacking plays they're going for at the moment, which is really, really excelling their game, and I think they could score 2 or 3 more. Unfortunately for Vuvuzela, they don't have a structure to defend against the type of counter-attacking that they're against. I feel like the way that ACK have played has been this way, it seems. You know, they seem to know the counter-attacking play style quite well.
Yeah.
The players are already on the runs. They're already making the passes. They know how to play them. They know how to weight the passes. And every single time, it's those runners on the left and right side, on the wings, who are making the big difference, the left mid and right mid, who then either do one or two things. They hold the ball up for the striker to get there, or they just go by themselves. And the goal, it was a very, very good goal. Very, very good header back down. And we haven't really seen any sort of dominance come from the other side of the field. We haven't seen dominance from Vuvuzela in terms of shots, in terms of any real opportunities. You know, they haven't. It's almost like they've taken attitude throttle in this game, and they've just not really had the. They've had the possession, the pressure. They just haven't had the shots and chances.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Alakon. Actually, Vuvuzela moving forwards. Abdo claims for a penalty, but I think he's won the ball. It's still going to be picked up by Mace, but it's going to go out. Oh, a goal kick to ACK. Vuvuzela with a chance early in the second half of the first leg, and it won't be taken.
I mean, that's just completely and utterly wild, isn't it, really, if you think about it? That is what we'd expect to see just happening there.
Insane.
And I thought that could have went in then when the tackle came in, but unfortunately it does just roll out of play. ACK keeps the ball in there. Good run. Now they have a chance to turn and shoot. The goal going to be looking inside. Oh, what a bad touch that was, though. He still gets a shot. And it's taken out of Fan who'll need medical attention behind the goal.
Oh, that's not a great clearance. Mage having to do some work. Abdo will find Mage on his left-hand side now, looking for the break. Has a man inside if he can find him. There we go. Into Zecox. Plays a first time through ball, and maybe you just don't want to be doing that at this level. Godax trying to turn, but won't find the space to do so. And Squark on his left-hand side. You may notice that we've swapped over to the ACK stream. That's because the Vuvuzela stream was broken. So a slightly different perspective now in the second half of this first leg. But the gameplay the same. Vuvuzela had a real chance at the start of the half, didn't take it, and now that's possession given over, and they'll go straight backwards. Chinwe now has a man over on the left and right, but we'll go all the way back to Forker, who's playing that CDM role, and ACK will try and rebuild once again.
Here comes Medi Pirate. Where's he going to go with the ball? Looks like he's just going to be pushed back at the moment. Murad as well, following the same position. Hamza, back to Murad. He's got that ball. Why has he played it in the air to Medi there? It's a bit interesting. He could just play that one across the ground, but he felt like he needed to add a bit of pizzazz to it. Veto to the centre. Here comes Asa. Now he plays the ball forward. Abdo's there again. Back into the centre. Zecox now to the left side. Magic's there. Oh, but the touch just too heavy. Medi will take it off him. Down the line it goes. Ilias is there. He's got two players in the middle, but he's going to play it down the line. What a pass that is as well. A beautiful pass down the line. Picked up by Vartalu. He finds it into the centre now. Chinwe's there, but taken back by Vito at the vital moment to keep possession back for this Vuvuzela side, who are chasing a goal.
They are, and they need one relatively soon. I'm not sure whether this is their home or away leg, if I'm being completely honest. I think it's their home leg, so being 1-0 down at home is not going to do them any favours. As now Zecox tries to intercept. Does well there. Finds the pass into Alakon, who is the danger man. Step over. Oh, it's a good save.
What a save.
And it will be cleared away by Forker, but wow, Alakon, we know he's their danger man striker, and he's proving it there once again. It's just the keeper was equal to it.
Yeah, the keeper movement there was absolutely sensational. That one was hitting the far left of the net. You know, he just came out to block the trajectory of the ball. But we do have a corner now, though, for Vuvuzela. See if they can do anything magical here. Any crazy headers that we see in Squawk perform on the other side of the field. It's going to be flicked up, headed back to Alacron again. They are always seeming to look for Alacron, possibly because Godax's shooting's been god-awful today so far. Alacron we've seen score, Alacron we've seen hit the back of the net. Maybe he's the main sort of striker, and Godax is more of the hold-up striker. We do see that for many teams in the real football in the world. Why not in a virtual format as well? Zecox going to look to push the ball forward. We're going to need to see some improvement from Vuvuzela's attacks, though. Otherwise, they will be falling at threat to losing the first leg 1-0. They definitely don't want to do that. At least going with a level head would be brilliant for them. We've seen what happened when Attitude went in a 1-goal
What a header.
deficit, and Godax doesn't take his opportunity. And it just seems like the structure of the defense just allows ATK to, no matter where the ball falls in their box, get a block in.
Yeah, certainly seems that way. That's a great interception by Asa10, though. And that would be him trying to find Z Cox, has a man down the line, and that's a fantastic ball. Mahmood looking for a pass in field. That's not the best ball. Abdo has to make amends. The pass there is a little bit awkward for ACK, but the clearance will be there. And now the big switch over to this left-hand side. Bingo passes back to Squawk, who finds Bingo once again. Has a runner on that left channel. Ilias inside to Bingo again. It's now Forker, who won't be able to get past safe. And now Zcox has a lot of green space to look at in front of him and move into. Over to Alakon. We know he's the danger man. We know he can take a shot. It's Gilo with the save. And that shot was right at the keeper once again.
Yeah, it was ambitious to try and shoot from that far out, to be fair. It was never going to really go too well. But it was a good opportunity. That's a great ball. Oh, my word. That's beautiful play. Alakron, the man to do it in the 80th minute, Rhino, to tie this game up in round. Ooh, a leg one here, second half. And that could be the end of the first leg. We still got 10 minutes to go.
Oof.
But with how the rest of the game's gone up, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see this one going at level.
Hang on a moment. Chinwe has possession, looks on the edge of the box. It's going to be Forker over onto this right-hand side. Medi Pirate takes it through. Amadinho gets the save and just can't be picked up at the back post by Bingo. If ACK were able to get an immediate answer back, that would be a kick in the teeth for Vuvuzela, and Adam Pro decides to implement, when in doubt, get it out. That's exactly what he does. Finds Rose Z. And ACK in the ascendancy in the last 10 minutes of leg one.
Yeah, they could well and truly win it here, especially now Muad's won the ball back there. Bingo of it. They just need to be smart with this play. Just keep hold of the ball and then find the right time to break through. Find the right time to punish. And it looks like they're going to look for that here as Bingo's on the ball here. He's going to look to try and find it into the centre, but that pass is bad, and that's exactly what we were fearing. Now the counter-attack can maybe begin, but no, Zcox is... Where's he going? Oh, he's gone to the sideline. He's taken one player off the field. It was a very, very interesting attempt, though, because he's let every single defender get back from the side of ACK. Alakron gets the ball. It's a good cross middle. A poor header from Majid, though. That could have been it.
That really could have been. Vuvuzela, they almost require another goal, really, because we're going to go to ACK's home leg next. And although it didn't really seem like it affected them too badly in the Attitude game, they still played a very, very good game indeed and saw that out 0-0. It does look like this first leg will end 1-1, as Vuvuzela should clear this ball away. And indeed they will. The +1 minute is elapsed. Leg one is ending in a tie. And Ped, if that happens in the opposite leg, well, we may be seeing extra time and pens, but two very evenly matched sides going blow for blow in leg one.
Well, I mean, you'd hope to see extra time and pens in a final. You know, it's just
not tomorrow. Tonight, not tomorrow.
Yeah. It's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh,
I mean, let's be real.
No.
That's just England's history, man. But, yeah, it's interesting. Who was the home side in that game?
Vuvuzela were the home side in that game.
Okay, so they're tied up. So the away goal, how does that work then?
Yeah, so the away goal will go to ACK. So what that now means is that if it is 0-0 at the end of this game,
ACK win on the away goal.
ACK will win on the away goal.
So Vuvuzela needs to score.
Must score at least one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But, oh yeah, so this is 1-1. Then we're right back to where we begun. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Vuvuzela really improved there at the end.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the second half was absolutely phenomenal from them. And if they can repeat that second half performance for the whole 90 minutes of the next game, there should be no doubt to my mind that they'll win it, because they've absolutely taken ACK off the park. But on the other side of it, ACK are a dangerous team. They can attack, they can counter. They just need to be a little bit more quick-witted with the thought process. Yeah. Get the ball out, get the ball onto target, get a shot in. Because I think sometimes there they struggle a bit. I think there was times where the player, like Muad, for example, could have just squared it. Instead, he went for a shot. If that was squared, it's a goal 100%. But he went for the shot. You know, Bingo was there at the back post. The shot reflects off the keeper and then ends up too far away from him. He could have been caught by the keeper. If he just crosses that to the back post, it's a goal. There's no doubt about it. And it's just those, those 2-second or those millisecond thought processes that need to be sort of put into perspective here for ACK. I don't think they were too far off at all, but they need to tighten up the rust and bolts here for this next game if they want to see themselves succeeding.
Yeah, they do. And we will see if they are able to succeed, because the PFL Esports Cup will be decided in the next 90 minutes of this game. There is a second leg to be had between ACK and Vuvuzela. Only one of these teams will take home that £250 first place prize. And second place will get £50. There's still some money in that, but when you split it between 11 men, there is not a whole lot of money left for each individual player. So much rather have that 250. And Ped, we're going to find out in this next game, and it's going to be ACK's home leg as well. So advantage goes to them.
Yeah, we need to see a win here. We need to see a win here for one of the teams. We will see a win here for one of the teams. I mean, that's going to happen one way or another, whether it's extra time penalties or whether it's normal time. But what we do need to see from ACK is to come out with the same confidence they showed at the beginning of the first leg. And they need to be consistent with it, because I think they did lose out a bit on that second half, and they might have got rattled a little bit by Vuvuzela and their offensive pressure that came on. If you think about it realistically, I mean, Alacron's goal was because the defensive structure wasn't in line.
Yeah.
If they'd held it, that should never have been onside. He should never have been allowed to stand in the middle of the penalty area and have a cross come in and he be onside there. So, that's just poor defending. A moment, a lapse of concentration. Could have just been one of the defenders. He'll probably have his name shouted at. You kept the line open, you idiot,
Yeah.
Because he just let it in. But either way, we need to see more happen here, and hopefully, see some wins.
Well,
as the game loads in.
It is all to play for in leg 2 between Vuvuzela and ACK Esports. If one of these two teams wins this second leg, they have won the PFL Esports Cup. If the scoreline is 0-0 at the end of this game, ACK have won the PFL Esports Cup. If the scoreline is 1-1, then we will go to extra time and penalties. Ped, it really is all on the line.
Yes, it is. And that's exactly why this is the most exciting game of the evening, because this is the final game. Whatever happens here will dictate who wins and who becomes second. Obviously, the prize pool for second is significantly worse than first, so you'd want to be in the first spot here, especially with 11 people. Imagine splitting £50 11 ways. That would go interestingly. But either way, the ball's flicked through. Chinwee's there. Can he find it into the centre? He's going to play around with the defenders a bit, play some toys. To Medi Pirate now. Can he find the crossing? No. Majid will take it over. Clears it forward there. Zecox is on the ball. He plays it across field to Adam Pro. Adam Pro now to Asa. Where will Asa play the ball? He's going forward. He plays it over the top. I thought it was a shot for a second, but it's going to be a corner. Forker's touch is just not there. And that gives a free corner away to the already overachieving Vuvuzela squad.
Yeah, absolutely. You called them overachieving. I don't think that is an understatement. Ball to the back post, chance for Squawk, but he will be able to get that one away. And now it's Bingo to spring the counter-attack. Medi Pirate has a man inside, but may just take it forwards a little bit. Vartolu looking to get by, does get by. It's a great save by Amadinho, who gets called into action very early on in the second leg. And yeah, I mean, Vuvuzela's goal living a charmed life already, and a corner goes the other way this time. It's gonna be for Vuvuzela this time.
Yeah, and ACK are putting on the early pressure.
No, what am I talking about? It's ACK. My fault.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
You confused me then as well.
I know, I got you.
But here we go. I don't know what's going on. We've seen a lot of camera movement. Leave the camera alone.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a header. Oh, it's just not going to be in. Squawk not able to recreate the Incredibles from the first round. The first leg. Keep calling it round. First leg. First leg, Pet. First leg. Second leg. First leg. Third leg. Here we go. Either way, can we see a goal occur in the first half in this game? Obviously, we've seen it with ACK last time. Will it happen again here? Or will, will Vuvuzela fancy a pop at net? Not yet, it will not be, because the possession is again transferred back to ACK.
Yeah, now ACK starting to move it around their backline. Shogun looking for that ball through the middle, trying to cut through Vuvuzela, but won't find it. And just for my own benefit, Vuvuzela playing in the white kit, and ACK are playing in that purple kit. Maged will find Abdo. Inside, Forker just sticks out a leg and is just able to get that interception. Medi Pirate now turns away from the guy pressing him, but Adam Pro will intercept that pass into Alakon, into Asa, but he won't be able to get past Ayub, who now brings this one back forwards for the side of ACK.
And it's going to be flicked over the top there. Should be claimed by ACK. Bingo's on the ball. Will Bingo find the Bingo touch into the centre, though? It's flicked across. Headache's one. Shot needs to happen.
Oh!
And it does. It's Chinwe 04. And he finds the top right corner. Bingo's touch and play, creating this goal. But then the finisher in Chinwe. Beautiful goal there. And once again, ACK lead in the first half of leg 2 this time.
Yeah, 3 goals across this grand final and 3 different goal scorers. That's what we love to see. The goals being shared around. And now it's up to Vuvuzela to get back into this game. But remember, we said this before the game started. If Vuvuzela score here, if they equalize, everything will be a level playing field. And there will be an opportunity for extra time and penalties. Maged looking to keep his team in possession. Finds Abdo into Vito. Adam Pro has a man on the far side. We know they love their switches, but Abdo will be given the ball instead, and now playing it around that back. Vito over to Safe, who plays it down the line to Asa, who's seen a lot of the ball this game. And that's some really nice one-touch play coming in from ACK. Alakon, gets it intercepted. But Mahmood causing problems in the backlines. Now the press from Vuvuzela could be strong, but in the end, they play their way around it. And Gilo just taking the mickey out of Vuvuzela, saying, yeah, I can make that pass. Watch me.
Yeah, using his head, getting down on all fours. And he made it happen. But here comes Forker to Chinwe, the goal scorer, who's playing a fantastic game so far, and he's cutting it in. Tries to find the cross. I thought maybe the pass out wide would have been the better option there. It wasn't for him, though. He doesn't play it. And just look at the MS difference as well, by the way, from the first and second game. We've gone from a 28 to 9. Crazy. I mean, that's made a massive impact in ACK, obviously. I mean, you don't notice it in casual playing, but especially in a competitive esports playing field, it definitely becomes more apparent with each MS that you go up. You know, even with the jump from 9 to 10, you'll feel a slight difference subconsciously. I can say from experience. But here comes Abdo, taken away from Forker though, and he'll look to dispose of the ball, and he'll try and get it down. But Adam Pro will intercept. Zecock's there as well. Plays that ball down the line. Majid's there. If he can just find a cross in the centre, it's a poor one though. Bounces off a player. Shame there's no VAR, because that could have been a handball, but either way, it's not going to be given. Majid on the throw-in now. Back across. Zecox is on the ball. Will he find a cross in? No, he plays it back to Abdo. Possession game being played here by Vuvuzela. It's back to Alakron, who looks for a shot. He gets it away. I thought it was going to be blocked there, but that's going to be a corner. And that's the man who you'd expect to do it, if anybody here for Vuvuzela. The only goal scorer I think we've actually seen for Vuvuzela and Alakron in the 2 legs there, the 2 games with 2 legs that we've seen.
That's right.
Obviously, we've only actually seen Vuvuzela score 2 goals altogether this evening so far. So you wouldn't expect it, so little goals in this tournament, but it just shows how tight the margins are. That's going to be a head there, one back, and that's a goal! Adam Pro with a pro finish there over the goalkeeper, and we are back to level terms, Rhino, and that means penalties and extra time is looming, but there's still a half left to go.
It certainly does, but it also completely changes the game state. If Vuvuzela score another goal, then ACK must score 2 in order to stay in the tie. It is over to Mahmood, who's going to try and make that a reality now for Vuvuzela. Inside to Asa, finds it down the line to Alakon, who's looking for a teammate, gets the backheel pass into Abdo, back to Alakon, who will take possession. The chip ball into Asa, looking to get the ball in the middle, but will be cut out there. And now Vito will go back towards his own defense as Adam Pro will pick this one up. Has a man on that far side, Mahmood, coming down the line, trying to beat his marker, just being jockeyed. But now that's a interesting ball in the middle. Oh my goodness, it's very awkward, and eventually Shogun just decides to kick that one into Rosette and get it out of play.
Yeah, some panic at the back at the moment. Panic stations are being alarmed. Good play there, though, from Squawk to get the ball back in possession of his team. And surely now he's just trying to waste as many minutes or seconds off the clock as he can just to get this half over with, get a reset going at half time and start again fresh in the second half. It's going to be a good play, though. Maybe a chance to get a goal in before half time here for ACK. It would be a phenomenal viewing indeed. But, oh, where's it going to go? Ass is there. Whistle blows for half time, Rhino. And we are going in all level here. Headed, if nothing changes, to penalties. Extra time and penalties, rather.
Love seeing the the England flags all the way across that stand. And yeah, you're right. The game state is such that if it remains like this, we will be seeing extra time and penalties here for the first time, I believe, across the entirety of the PFL Esports Cup. And what a story that would be in the final. Extra time and then pens if they're required. But, Ped, do you believe in your heart of hearts that extra time is around the corner?
No.
Okay.
No, I think Vuvuzela will win it.
Wow.
And I think it'll be because of the away goal. I think it'll go to 2-2 and they'll win with the away goal of advantage. That's what's going to happen. ACK will score first. Vuvuzela score at, let's say, 83 minutes. And they'll win based off the away advantage.
That would be heartbreaking. We'll find out in this next 45 minutes of play. As ACK and Vuvuzela, they have proven that they are two of the most evenly matched teams across the entirety of the PFL Esports Cup. But there can only be one winner. Vuvuzela, if they score at any point in this half, ACK must have scored 3 by the time that 90 minutes is up. However, if Vuvuzela score if ACK score next, well, then that definitely puts the cat amongst some pigeons, and we'll see what happens when that arises. But it's Abdo on this left-hand side, looking for the ball into the middle, away by Bingo. And it will now be ACK trying to clear their lines, and they do. Bingo, down the line, has a man. And it will be into Chinwe, who has been so impressive so far this game. Vartolu now looking for the step over, trying to get this one into the middle, sees a man on the edge, looking for the volley. Ayub tries to play it back in, trying to do too much intricate stuff. Medipirate to the back post. Oh, that's not a great clearance. Medipirate once again trying to be there. Bingo inside, should be away. Please someone put your foot through it. Adam Pro finally clears the lines, but Forker still has the ball on the edge of the box, tries to pass inside, won't get past Adam Pro. Vartolu has possession, gets by! Oh, what a save from Amadinho. He rushes off his line to smother the ACK attack, and Vuvuzela survive.
Yeah. It's a heart-clenching moment there. I mean, I did say ACK would be the first to score. Maybe I'm wrong, though, because here comes Alacron. We know what he can do. It's going to fall back here to Majid. It's the centre. Header comes in over the bar. Was it a corner, though? No, it wasn't. It was headed by a Vuvuzela player. Back to goal kick for ACK. Would expect to score first in this half. Oh, but that's not a great kick. Oh, it's going to be dealt with, though. I thought it could have been won back straight after there. But luckily, Squawk's head was big enough. And that will be returned in play.
Oh, dear.
Ayun there. Oh, no. Bad pass. And up the other end we go here. A lot of players out of position as well for ACK currently. And it's going to give some space to Vuvuzela. The one thing I said you can't do. And that's he tried to pass and not shoot. And, you know, that's where you want to be greedy. You got to be greedy because it might just go in.
Too many players on both sides just seem to want that extra pass, that extra one kind of play to make the goal, make it almost an open goal, not have to get past the goalkeeper. Maybe that's credit to the two goalkeepers on each of these sides, but for my money, you've got to be shooting there even if you get a corner, as they have now. No, I guess they haven't. I thought they might have done, but it will be ACK's ball now to move forwards and down the line. Abdo cuts that one out for Vuvuzela, and they try and recover. 65 minutes gone in this game, Ped, and at the moment, as we say, as it stands, extra time is on the horizon.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting half. I mean, it could go either way, as I say. I think what I said, though, will probably occur as ACK look to find their second of the game. Vito clears this one away. It's going to be out for a throw-in. ACK holding them at the moment in the palm of their hands, looking to find the goal. Can they get it, though, is the question that we're asking ourselves. Can they find it? It's going to be a throw-in now. A long throw-in. Very long throw-in all the way into the middle of the field. A shot to come in from Chinwe.
Ooh.
Saved away, though, by Amadino again. He's been fantastic in goal, and that will not change now in the second half because it's nearly time to close the doors for the night and call it a day. But the ball's back into play. Where will it go here? The header going to be won, but it will be saved again. Amadino claims back the ball, now sends his team on the attack. Here comes Alacron, who makes a fantastic touch, by the way, off the bounce to keep that one in. I don't know why Majid waited there, though. He's just let everybody get back into position on the side of ACK by just stopping there. It's almost like he put his controller down and had a drink of tea. Not the time to do that, Majid. You're trying to score a goal here, mate. I mean, maybe they think they've already got the away advantage. Little do they know that it's already happened the other way. But hopefully they don't think that. Otherwise, that would be a very, very stupid way to play the game. And they'll end up in extra time and penalties, and they'll be really confused as to why. That'd be quite funny, though, to be fair. Would be comical. But we haven't really seen any, drop-dead chances yet, have we, in this half?
We've not. No, I think that's fair to say. I think we did have Chinwe break free of the defense, but Amadino was on the spot very quickly to correct that one. And now it'll be Ayub looking for a teammate on that right-hand side, cut out by Abdo, and Adam Pro will pick this ball up. Thought about the switch, decides to go to Abdo instead. The step over speed boost will only take him so far, and he will win a throw-in off Bortolu. Now we'll find Vito. Zecox over onto this right-hand side. Safe. Into Asa. Into Mahmood. Now looking down the line. It's back inside to Ahmed, but Bartolu challenging Chinwe. That rapid plus. Going to start trying to work, but can't get past Asa and Alacon. He's taken out there, but keeps the ball moving with Asa. Abdo in the middle. Looking left. It's going to be maged. Into Zecox. Not going to take a shot. Alacon. Chance. Oh my goodness. And Ilias will be able to clear that ball away. And with 82 minutes on the clock, that extra time comes closer and closer.
It does. It does. And, it looks like Vuvuzela will be the team who are going to be having the last laugh here, though. They're going to be looking to attack and attack and attack here. They might just find that goal in the 80-minute period of time, which would basically confirm them the win. Just if they score, the win's theirs, because there's not going to be enough time for 2 goals to go in on the other side. But it's going to be Majid here. Oh, taken off him. ACK now have a chance to try and break out, or will they play for the extra time? Who knows? It's going to be cleared away now. Muad across the deck here to Squawk, forward to Ayu. Now again to Bingo. Ayu again plays it middle. Forker's there too. They're just going to try and find themselves a breakthrough here. Ayu's there. Back to Forker. Forker again. Back to Ayu. What are they doing? Up Ayu. Forker. Where's he going to go? Not to Ayu, please. Hamza. Yeah, they're just playing for extra time, it looks like. I don't think they were even trying to score. Again, do they think they've won it already? I don't know what's going for these players. Go for goal, man!
Yes.
We're looking like England! Come on!
Get up the field, Ayub. Into Forker. There is still time if they can play a ball over the top now. It's going to be into Chinwe. This will be the last attack. They need to keep that ball moving forwards. Chinwe will find his way down the line. I'd have thought that would be a free kick. No? No.
You're blowing up on a throw-in, ref!
Blowing up on a throw-in. We are going for...
You can't be doing that, referee.
We are going to extra time in the grand final of the PFL Esports Cup. Oh my goodness, Ped. 30 minutes extra of football to watch. And we cannot separate these teams after 180, so I don't really know what another 30 is going to do. I think this one is going all the way to pens.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see this going either way in this extra time period. No teams had a chance there really to score. So, I'm happy to see it. I think we're going to be expecting a little bit more here. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see that extra strive, that extra determination. Yeah, it should be good.
It should. Just getting a rules clarification real quick. Vuvuzela then. In the white. 2-2 after 2 legs. Nothing to separate the teams. It's Adam Pro now on this side. No, it's going to be safe. Back to Vito, challenged by Chinwe, but can't maintain possession. Abdo, down on this side to Maged. Now coming back to Abdo, looking in field, not being pressured. And it could just well be that these two teams are going for that penalty shootout for this grand final. It may well be the case, but Zcox might stop that. Elikon moves inside, but Forker will send it away. And now safe on this left-hand side. Will regain possession for Vuvuzela, and they come once again. Maged on this left-hand side will try and cut inside, but will just go back to his defense, and Vuvuzela retain possession.
Yeah, 100%. And here we are. It's looking like... Oh, ACK.
That's close.
Are going to get forward. Ilyas back to Muad. Goes for a long ball. It's a good one as well behind the back line, but it's miles offside.
Yeah, it is. And it will be Alarcon. The danger man for Vuvuzela. Asa in the middle. Whoa, can't get past Bingo. It's Vartulo. Out onto this left side. Chinwe is going to have some space. Now inside to Bingo. Maybe he could have done something himself. Or a good fake from Bingo inside to Ayub. But just gets challenged by Asa. Ilyas picks up the ball. Challenged by Abdo. Oh my goodness, it's awkward. Zcox just boots the ball downfield. And ACK will be able to get back on the ball. But that was definitely a chance. And we look like we are going to be winding down to halftime in the opening period of extra time. As Ilyas now finding Vartulo. It might not be over yet. Medipirate on this side. Final attack. Looking for the cross into the middle. Mage will put it out for a corner. And there will be time for a corner.
Yeah, the ref's not blowing up on this one, is he? He's rigged. He's been paid. Someone slipped a £20 note into his pocket. But either way, ACK. Can they fight? He's going for goal here, you know. I think he's actually going for goal.
No.
Awful attempt. Never do that again. But ambitious, yeah. 100%. But we now go into the second half of extra time. Still no goals at the moment.
No. And, yeah, I believe ACK are at home in this leg, right? Is that what we determined? Vuvuzela are away. So...
Well, it doesn't really matter because both teams have scored 1-1-1-1. So...
Well, but it does. Because as I have just found out from our commissioner, the away goals rule continues into extra time.
Yeah, but both teams have scored one goal anyway, each leg.
They have.
Home and away.
But
so
the
at the
rule
moment,
is...
it doesn't matter.
At the moment, it doesn't matter. However, if Vuvuzela get a goal, then ACK still have to score 2 in order to win the game. Or Vuvuzela will win.
Yeah.
So that rule is still in place. I wasn't sure if it would be an extra time, but it is. So Vuvuzela, if they score, you can pretty much guarantee they have won the PFL Esports Cup. However, it is so late in the game right now that pretty much either team, if they score, they will win. And it's all down to this last 15 minutes.
It is. And we need to see... I don't even know if they're trying to attack. It looks like they're just trying to play it safe. They have confidence in the penalty takers maybe here. Vuvuzela. It's a very shooting way to end the final, but it might not go there if Mahamoud can find his way through here. He's going to take off the defender. He gets a pass on one. All he needs is a pass in. He gets it past him again. He's ripped him apart. The goalie's out of his line, but that cross just can't be met with a big head in the middle. Well, that could have been it. He's absolutely ripped off the player there about 4 times. Unfortunately, though, it will not be enough. They're still in the attack, though, here, Vuvuzela. They have another chance. A lot of messing around with the ball, not a lot of movement. Come on, forward now. Here we go. Zcox is there. Tries to get it again. Ilyas will take over. Back again to Squawk. He'll deliver it to AU. Where will he try and go with it? He plays it forward to Chinwe. Fork is there as well. Plays it back to Hamza. Hamza across field to Muad, who can't get it clear. It's a great block, actually. It'll keep them into their own half, tie them in. That's a cross over the top, but the keeper's already ready for this one. Oh no. Oh my. Why didn't he just shoot? The first button I'd be pressing if I seen a keeper do that and I'm coming to the ball. B. Just spam B. Just shoot.
Yeah, get rid of that ball. But hey, I mean, not yet. Here is the situation, folks. We are 2-2 on aggregate. This is the second half of extra time between ACK and Vuvuzela Esports. In 3 minutes' time, if no team has scored, we will be going to a penalty shootout to decide the winner of the PFL Esports Cup. It does not get more exciting than this. Vuvuzela will look for that goal that will win them the game. Oh my goodness, Shogun had to be very careful. That clearance is not great. Asa with a chance into Adam. That added time of extra time is now counting down. Mahmood looking for the crossfield ball, but Mehdi will be able to clear it away. Hang on. The attack is not done. Bingo. We'll clear it away.
There we go.
And
penalties!
We're going penalties.
Oh, the managers have got the players in the circles, right?
Oh, goodness.
Choosing the takers, and the first one's going to be taken by Akia. Vuvuzela defending.
That's a good penalty.
And it's a goal!
It's a good penalty down the middle. And it will be Vuvuzela to respond. Will they go down the middle again? Keeper across his line. Oh, that is top left corner.
Gorgeous.
Great finish.
Here comes ACK again. We have JH. Will he find the goal in the bottom left corner? He will.
And it's now down to Vuvuzela to try and stay alive. And that's another top left penalty. Vuvuzela loving that top left.
Here comes ACK again, though. And then top left again. Top left's being overused. Keeper's not even moving.
Vuvuzela now. Maybe gonna go right this time. And
it's saved!
Oh, the save. That could be everything.
And it's going to be a goal for ACK. A miss here means that ACK will walk home victorious. He has to score, and he does it so in the right corner. But this has to be saved, Rhino.
Here we go. ACK to win the game. It's the captain who steps up. He's taking his time. He's got it. Oh, he's got it. It's saved. No way. Oh, you can't do that in the final. They've still got to score, and they do. We're going to sudden death.
And that changes everything. The captain, the man who you'd expect to score, not scoring. ACK's penalty again. A Panenka down the middle. You gotta love it. 5-4, Vuvuzela. Can they keep it up, Rhino?
I don't know. Vuvuzela now. It's all a bit nervy. Goes top left. Vuvuzela love that top left. Gilo not being pushed to the side.
Here we have
a
shot and a goal. Bottom left corner. Forker making sure it goes in.
That was so close. Vuvuzela to respond. And they won't!
Save!
Gilo! He wins it for ACK!
What a save, Rhino! What a save! Top left corner.
Keepers top left, players top right. ACK are your PFL Esports Cup winners.
And I tell you what, Rhino, what a way to end it.
Wow.
Penalty shootout. The team who didn't have the time, actually, they didn't have the time to play the first semi-final.
They didn't.
Because the other team didn't turn up.
That's right.
So they actually came in with a bit of a disadvantage, and yet they still got the result they wanted. Attitude, favourites to win. They got beaten out, and they will finish third. You know? The winners, though, are not the team that beat Attitude. It's the team that beat Vuvuzela, who beat Attitude.
And
ACK.
Congratulations to
Fantastic
ACK
performance.
Esports. Wow. Academy Club Kanitra coming through and getting that victory in the most crazy of circumstances. And there is a chance that we will see those crazy circumstances again tomorrow, Ped. But for now, the PFL Esports Cup has been decided. And your winners, after a sudden death penalty shootout, is Academy Club Kanitra. Congratulations.
And again, can't emphasize enough on how they've shown the world how to play a 3-5-2. Hopefully Attitude are watching, taking notes.
A lovely note to end on, Ped. I am going to finish off this stream by firstly saying to everyone who is now watching, do you think you could do better? If so, go ahead, pfl-esports.com. Get yourself signed up for some pro clubs action. There are lots of clubs looking for players just like you. So make sure you go ahead, head onto the website, create yourself a login, and get involved in the community. Because as you can tell, it's a fantastic community to be a part of. ACK Esports, they take home £250 for their club. And thank you so much to all of the teams across the entirety of the PFL Esports Cup for playing and providing such entertaining games. It was right the way down to the wire, and we love each and every one of you. Myself and Ped, of course, we're taking you through all of the action. If you want to go and check us out, our Twitters are below. But Ped, where else can the people find you?
Yeah, ScouserPed on Twitch, CasterPed on Twitter. They're the main two. And again, any inquiries, please go to the Discord, CasterPed as well. If anybody needs anything done, you know, I'm the man. We're from Liverpool. It's the football and culture of the country. and yeah, no, it's really enjoyable. Really, really glad to have worked this with you, Rhino.
Oh,
we worked together in different games. Now we can work together in this game.
absolutely.
Brilliant stuff. And as again, it's a big thank you to everyone that's came. The viewership today has been absolutely incredible. From going from 240 at one point down to 13, back to 250 when everyone realised the game hadn't finished yet.
It's impressive.
Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff, guys. Thank you all for coming out. Again, leave a subscribe and a like on the video. We've only got 5 to 255 you in here. Get a like on the video. Get a subscription in. Make sure this blows up for more content such as this. But we thank you all for coming, Rhino, don't we?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. And
hopefully there's something in the horizon.
Well, let's hope so. And of course, myself, you can find me at RhinoCast11. That is Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and of course on Discord if you need any casting done. And obviously, me and Ped, we make a pretty good duo as well if you want to message us for any of those potential opportunities. However, we have to end this correctly. PFL Esports Cup brought together 32 of the greatest teams from across the PFL network. Every single one of our individual regional leagues to bring you this huge event with the best teams that we have. And now we can officially tell you that the best team currently in the PFL at large is ACK Esports. They have won £250 and the right to call themselves PFL Esports Cup champions. Will anyone dethrone them? Will we get another PFL Esports Cup? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. But for now, for myself, for Ped, for the entire production team, and everyone behind the scenes at PFL, thank you so much for joining us. And I have no doubt that we will be seeing you again very, very soon. Take care.
Be so hard, yeah, for me to relax, finding my purpose. I don't know what makes me happy, don't know what makes me sad. I sit around and ponder emotions in my head. I give up, no matter what I do, not enough. I try so hard to stop, I give in to every single bad temptation. And I just wanna feel like a good person, a good person. When I wake every single morning now, I give up. No matter what I do, I give up. I give up. And I just wanna feel like a good person, a good person. When I wake every single morning now, I give up. I give up. I just wanna feel free without any expectations. So many people think they know me, but they only know my music. And there's so much opportunity, so hard to make the most of it. When you feel so depressed and your bed whispers just to stay in it. I think I've had enough of it. I know that I'm not gonna win. Surrendering my everything, I'm giving up, I'm giving in. Nobody understands what I'm going through. Can't explain when you don't come from it. I give up, no matter what I do, not enough. I try so hard to stop, I give in to every single bad temptation. And I just wanna feel like a good person, a good person. When I wake every single morning now, I give up, I give up. I give up, I give up again. I
closed down. I've never been exposed like this before. I'm good at shutting you out. I've always had a way of keeping